Arthur the Rat. Once there was a young rat named Arthur who could never make up his mind. Whenever his friends asked him if he would like to go out with them, he would only answer, "I don't know." He wouldn't say yes or no either. He wouldn't always shirk making a choice. His aunt Ellen or Helen said to him, "Now look here, no one is going to care for you if you carry on like this. You have no more mind than a blade of grass." One rainy day, the rats heard a great noise in the loft. The pine rafters were all rotten, so that the barn was rather unsafe. At last, the joists gave way and fell to the ground. The walls shook, and all the rats' hair stood on the end with fear and horror. "This won't do," said the captain. "I'll send out scouts to search for a new home." Within 5 hours, the 10 scouts came back and said, "We found a stone house where there's a room and a board for us all. There's a kindly horse named Nellie, a cow, a calf, and a garden with an elm tree." The rats crawled out of their little houses and stood on the floor in a long line. Just then the old one saw Arthur. "Stop," he ordered coarsely. "You are coming, of course?" "I'm not certain," said Arthur, undaunted. "The roof may not come down yet." "Well," said the angry old rat, "we can't wait for you to join us. Right about face, march!" Arthur stood and watched them hurry away. "I think I'll go tomorrow," he calmly said to himself, but then again, "I don't know, it's so nice and snug here." That night there was a big crash. In the morning some men with some boys and girls rode up and looked at the barn. One of them moved a board, and he saw a young rat, quite dead, half in a half out of his hole. Thus the shirker got his due. Kid. The quick little kitten thinks it a pretty big fish. Dress. Many of Jeff's best friends slept in mesh tents in pleasant weather. Trap. The harrowing black cat dashes at any man and lands on the plate carriage. Lot. The honest swan stops and acknowledges the fox dodging the bothered wasp. Strut. Mother loves butter that comes from the southern countryside. Foot. The butcher should put the pudding in the wooden nook to cook. Bath. Can't have the stuff asked to transfer to the enchanted castle in France. Clothes. Lawrence often offers Ross a Florida orange and horrible, strong, frothy Boston coffee. Nurse. The early bird preferred the earthy worm. Fleece. These unique machines teach people to speak and reason. Face. The raven waits until late day for the great wave to break. Palm. Father and Ma set to calm the facade in the Nevada blazer. Thought. The small walrus caught the hawk in the salty water. Goat. The rose slowly grows in Owen's old grove. Goose. Beautiful music booms and humans move to the groove. Bryce. The shy writer types at night to fight the silence in my mind. Choice. The spoiled boy hoists the toy from the soil. Mouth. Mountains of flowers crowd the grounds about the house. Near. Deirdre's fear seriously interferes with her ideal career. Square. Beware of scarce fairies, rare mares, and scary prairie bears. Start. The Sahara party marvels at the far star on the safari. North. Laura's warm aura reforms Thor's horse for the important war. Force. The adorable Adorable boar snores hoarsely and notoriously hoards imported pork. Cure. The tourist endures rural tours of Europe and procures gourmet bourbon. Happy. The coffee, salami, spaghetti and macaroni are ready. Letter. Sugar covers the tiger's whiskers. Comey, Bertha's and Cinderella's saga is a drama. Richard, Wilbur and Harry are running around the treacherous river. L. Linda and Ali pull belly muscles laughing laboriously. And G. The singing mockingbird is swinging on the ring and dings the awning. TH. The thespians gather and breathe 3 authentic breaths together. H. Harry and Hilary happily harvest heaps of herbs behind the beehive. J. The cute, dutiful blue cuckoo resumes cooing suitable tunes enthusiastically. W. Will and True whistle when the wind blows between the whimsical weeping willows. ING. Mrs. Fanning is walking and hiking in Wyoming. And S. Susie lives in her sister's house on Easy Street with her Siamese cats and Siberian husky dog. First I learned in school Latin. Yeah. Then we got French and English in my school years already. And after I finished school, I did a language course in Spain for getting some Spanish knowledges and a little bit of Italian as I was starting to study, but only a little bit. It was just by sight. So. But I never was talking in these languages really. I was in holidays we spent because we were living close to France, so we spent often our holidays in France or maybe Spain, the direction south. So I can order coffee, cervezas. Yeah, this fluent with English now, it's due by the Caminos. Walking the Caminos and listening to music before, because I try to understand the song. Yeah. In Germany we got this Hochdeutsch. So that's without any accent, it's the perfect Deutsch, we say. So it's not typical regional or no local. But my parents and the place where I come from, there exist some different dialects and they know how to talk them. But for my sister and me, all the time we were growing up at their side, they tried to teach us only and speak only to us in Hochdeutsch. That was very special, and for me it was normal. As a kid, you don't think about it. So, and for me now, after being so long away from them and then coming back and found out, oh, they can speak the dialect, and if they are alone, they're speaking a lot in dialect.